According to the modern physical science, the universal energy has two forms. One form is called kinetic energy and the other is called static energy. Kinetic energy is active. Static energy is inactive and dormant, but it is potential for activity. Therefore, static energy is the latent energy, dormant energy, inactive energy. Energy is not a thing but an activity. The main activity of energy is motion. Motion in all directions, vertical, horizontal, etc. Vibration is motion. The main activity of energy is vibration. The static energy has no vibration. Cessation of vibration. Cessation of motion. Motion is called samsarana, and our existence is called samsara because it is motion along the timeline from the past through the present into the future. There is a motion. But in static energy, there is no motion. Therefore, there is no time dimension in static energy. As there is no motion, there is no space dimension too. Motion requires space. Motion requires time. Static energy is beyond space and beyond motion, beyond activity. That means beyond time. That is why when one turns into static energy after parinibbana, the final passing away of an arahant, one turns into static energy, which is timeless and spaceless. That is why nirvana, realized completely after nibbana, is called ananta, beyond all space, no limit in space, as in Kevada Sutta. It is called akaliko, beyond time, but it is everywhere. Like the Almighty God, omnipotent God, potentially there. Omniscient, it knows everything, that means conscious of everything. And it is the latent creative power that is recognized as God. Omnipresent, omniscient, and all-powerful. Because power is what moves things. The entire kinetic energy is based on the static energy, the motionless energy. There is a source of power. There is a source of energy. Parinibbana is going back into the source of energy. Even according to the modern physical science, there is a principle called conservation, a law, it's a law, conservation of energy, which says the energy can neither be created nor destroyed. That means we can say the enlightened ones, the Arahants, the Buddhas, get extinct after Parinibbana. Nor can we say they are existing. It is beyond existence and non-existence, Parinibbana. Not existing as a form called Buddha or an Arahant or a being. Human being has a form, but human being is made of energy. The latent aspect of that energy is, the latent energy is motionless. Yantam santam padam abhisamicca santam padam. The state of motionless. In the Karaniya Sutra, starting with Karaniya Matta Kusalena Yantam santam padam abhisamicca. Santam padam means the Nibbana realized after Parinibbana. That is motionless. And Nibbana is called Nissarana because there is no samsara, there is no motion. It means, literally, samsara means motionless. Samsara is a state of motion. The life process from birth to birth is called samsara. We are born, dying, and reborn, then dying, then reborn. That is called samsara. That is the activity of the universal energy. And that is motion, both in time and space. That is why it is called samsara. Nibbana is called Nissarana. As I mentioned earlier, it is beyond time and space. Buddha has never declared, the enlightened ones, the Buddhas, Tathagatas, they do exist after Parinibbana, or they do not exist after Parinibbana. This is well explained in the Abhyakata Vattu Sutta, the discourse regarding things that the Buddha has not mentioned or declared. This Sutta, Abhyakata Vattu Sutta, comes in the Anguttara Nikaya, volume 4, at page 380. There is a statement in it regarding the state of a Buddha after the final passing away called Parinibbana. It says, Buddha never declared that enlightenment exists after Parinibbana. Hoti Tathagato. Do not exist after Parinibbana. Nahoti Tathagato. Param Maranam, after death. These statements are based on concept, ideas. Concept is a mental image, form, an idea. Looks real but not the reality. Buddha did not make a declaration because all declarations are based on concepts and ideas. Nibbana or Parinibbana is not an idea. Though we can form an idea, but it is not Nibbana or Parinibbana. It is a reality. Buddha referred to it as the ultimate reality. Parama Satya. But Buddha explained throughout his life for 45 years after enlightenment, the nature of the existing world, the nature of the kinetic energy, active energy, energy in motion. He says, energy is nothing but an activity. Anicca means active, creative, motion, vibration. Because of this activity of the universal energy, everything gets